Early last month, a federal district court ordered the Department of Defense to not take any adverse action against a group of 35 U.S. Navy SEALs and Navy Special Warfare personnel while their challenge to the department's vaccine mandate was moving through the courts. Well, despite the order, multiple SEALs continue to be mistreated due to their religious objections to the vaccine mandate. So now the legal group representing the SEALs is turning back to the court to stop the Navy from violating the order and continuing to punish and harass their clients. With me now to talk about the latest on this is Justin Butterfield. He's the Deputy General Counsel at First Liberty Institute, which is representing the Navy SEALs. Justin, welcome to Washington Watch.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, start by telling us what your clients have had to face even after the court order was issued.
Yeah, so the court ordered the Department of Defense and the Navy to not take any action against our clients because of their requesting religious accommodation to the vaccine. And the court issued that order. And unfortunately, the Department of the Navy and the Department of Defense have ignored that. And they have continued to subject our clients to restrictions on the basis of their just requesting a religious accommodation for their vaccine objection. We've had one client who needed medical treatment, and he was told he could not travel to get that medical treatment because of his request for a religious accommodation. We had another client who has been told that he cannot leave his base, even to get groceries or gasoline without permission, because he requested a religious accommodation to the vaccine. So these are egregious things. The client who needed the medical treatment offered to handle all the travel and pay for that himself, and he was still denied that permission to do that just because he requested the right to follow his religious beliefs, his religious convictions. And it's wrong. The Navy should not be ignoring what the Constitution requires of their protection for their own soldiers' religious beliefs. And that's what they're doing right here.
Yeah, there's one particular one that was injured. It's a traumatic brain injury, and he was trying to get treatment for that. What is the rationale that the Navy is using to restrict the movement and travel of these members?
You know, they're saying that, well, because they're not vaccinated, they're going to be a threat. Even though it's right now, they are working with plenty of people who are not vaccinated. Civilians who are working right alongside them are not required to be vaccinated presently. There are all sorts of people on their bases who are not required to be vaccinated, but really the government is just taking these aggressive actions against our clients without a real good reason. And it's wrong. Unfortunately, we have to go back to court to get what's called an order to show cause, to get the Department of the Navy to tell why they are refusing to follow the court's order. And so we'll see what the Navy says when they respond to the court's order, that they tell the court, why are you not abiding by the order that we've issued? And so we'll see what the Navy says, but it's unfortunate that they're continuing to put Navy SEALs who've given so much to this country through the ringer just because those SEALs want to follow their religious beliefs.
Well, Justin, I would imagine that these Navy SEALs, they have a court order telling the Navy to, a cease and desist. We're going to let them have their day in court. They're still doing this. What does this say for the other members of the military who are not under the protection of a court order that are trying to get a religious exemption to this mandate?
You know, I think it says what we've seen all along, that the Department of Defense doesn't care about the religious convictions of their soldiers. And it's unfortunate that they are more concerned with 100% vaccine compliance than they are with 100% Constitution compliance. But that's the way they've been acting. And that's why we had to, in the first place, file this lawsuit and get the preliminary injunction against the Department of the Navy. And, in that hearing, one of the pieces of evidence that came out was that if you look at the Department of the Navy's operating procedure for reviewing religious accommodation requests, it was a 50-point procedure, but the first step was to deny the request, and then 49 steps after that were justifying the denial of it. So the Navy has not been doing what the law requires. They've not been considering the religious beliefs and the context for each individual plaintiff, and they've just been rejecting wholesale all of the members of the Navy's religious accommodation requests with manufactured reasons.
So, Justin, you have amended your lawsuit to make it a class action lawsuit to fully restore the rights of all U.S. Navy members. Where does that stand?
That's right. We're seeking class certification. We're in the process of that. Hopefully that will be complete, and they will extend the scope of our lawsuit to cover all members of the Navy who are suffering this sort of religious discrimination and are having their religious rights guaranteed by the Constitution and by federal law and military law that are just being trampled upon. So we're working to do that, to extend this to cover everybody in the Navy.
When might that take place?
Well, it's going to depend on the court, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully in the near future.
In the meantime, what are you asking the court exactly to do in this case with the Navy SEALs?
So we are asking for the Navy SEALs, first for the Navy to follow what the law says and actually look at each religious accommodation request and make an actual determination on the basis of each individual soldier's request. And ultimately, we're asking for the Navy SEALs to be able to follow their religious convictions, to be able to not have to receive the COVID vaccine when the Navy has no compelling interest, no compelling reason in forcing them to.
How can our viewers, our listeners, find out more about this defense of the Navy SEALs?
Sure. So you can go to our website at firstliberty.org. You can check us out there. You can follow along with this case, and you can see the other cases that we at First Liberty are working on throughout the nation.
All right, Justin, always great to talk with you. Appreciate all the work that you and First Liberty Institute do on behalf of religious freedom.
Well, thank you for having me on.